Welcome students to Nelson's English School online education program, Std-7, subject Social Science. Welcome students. Let's start chapter 7 market around us from civics. What is a meaning of market? The market is a place where the goods are offered by the sellers in exchange for money from buyers. We go to the market to buy everyday essential comfort goods and luxury goods. Staples, apparels, footwear, housekeeping items, home appliances, stationery, art effects, etc. from the market. The kinds of markets we visit for our basic needs and comfortable living include weekly markets, neighborhood markets, shopping complex and malls. First we will study about weekly markets. A weekly market is held on a specific day of the week. Permanent shops are not there in weekly markets. Traders set up a shop for the day and in the evening they close it. They set up the shops in another location the next day. In India, there are thousands of such shops. These cater to the everyday requirements of the people. These have the salient features like cheaper rates, means many items are available in the weekly markets are cheaper rates. This is because since these shops are not permanent, they save on expenses such as rent, electricity and fees to the government. Second is family run. The shop owners store the items they sell at home. Mostly, they are helped by the family members and do not employ outside people, and hence also save the money spent on wages to workers. And then high competition. Since these markets have a large number of shops selling the same items, there is high competition among them. Hence, if a seller charges a higher amount for an item, buyers will buy from another seller who either charges a lower rate or allows the buyer to bargain to same extent. Now, what are the advantages of weekly markets? First is one-stop shop. All the items are available under one roof. Buyers do not have to go to different places for different goods. These saves their time and money. Whether they want groceries, vegetables, clothes and footwear, all are available at one place. Second is more choice for buyers. Since there are many sellers selling the same product, the buyer has a choice regarding who to buy from. Next is convenience. Since a high variety of goods is available, it is very convenient for the buyer. Now, shops in the neighborhood market. Many shops sell goods and services in our neighborhood. For example, the dairy selling milk and related products. Departmental stores selling groceries, stationery, eatable, etc. Pharmacies selling medicines. These are a mix of permanent shops and roadside stalls. Roadside stalls are eateries, vegetable hawkers, mechanic, etc. Now, what are the advantages of shops in the neighborhood market? First is proximity. As the name suggests, these shops are in our neighborhood and hence close to our homes. Next, open all days. These shops, unlike weekly markets, operate on all days. Hence, we can go for our purchases on any day of the week at our convenience. Next is flexibility. Since the buyer and seller know each other, these shops give goods on credit also. Hence, payment can be made later also. In other words, there is flexibility regarding payment. Next is personal touch. Since the buyer and seller know each other, the transaction has a personal touch to it. It is not a purely commercial transaction. Now let's study shopping complex and malls. Shopping complexes are the markets in the urban areas that have many shops. Malls are large multi-storied air-conditioned buildings with shops on different floors. We get both branded and non-branded goods. As mentioned in the chapter on advertising, branded goods are more expensive than non-branded goods. The branded goods are sold by the companies through shops in large urban markets, at times through special showrooms also. Because of the high cost of these due to packaging, advertising, etc., many people cannot afford to buy them. Now the next is chain of markets. This refers to the series of exchange of goods that takes place from the moment the goods are produced to the time they reach the end user. For example, the final consumer. Goods are produced in factories, farms and homes, but we do not buy directly from factories or farms. Even the producers will not be willing to sell small quantities like 1 dress or 1 kilogram of wheat to the consumers. Hence, traders come into picture. Traders are the people in between the producer and the final consumer. The wholesale trader is the first to buy goods from factories or farms in bulk and stores them in the godown. For example, he may buy 50 or 100 kilograms of rice. He then sells it to other traders. There could be any number of traders involved in the chain. Between these traders, buying and selling takes place. It is because of these traders that goods reach faraway places. The traders who finally sells the product to the consumer is called the retailer. These retailers are the traders we see in the weekly markets or neighborhood shops or malls. Now the markets that we have read about till now in a specific location and have a specific manner and time of working. However, these days it is not necessary for the consumers to go to the market to buy things. He can do so at the convenience of his home. He can either order goods on phone or use the internet and buy things online. Websites like Flipkart, Amazon, Local Bania, Big Basket, Grofers, Snapdeal, etc. allow us to buy a variety of goods with the click of mouse. Flipkart and Amazon offer a range of products, right, like laptops, mobiles, apparels, shoes, books, etc. The medical representatives who come to clinics and nursing homes are also actually selling their goods. Hence, buying and selling of goods may not take place only through shops. These days, the use of applications commonly known as apps for buying groceries, hiring taxi services, etc. has become an everyday affair. Big Basket, Grofers and many others have their applications to facilitate buying using mobile phones. Now the next is rise of e-commerce. Nowadays, number of users who access internet through mobile phones is on the rise. According to various reports by research agencies, internet access through mobile phones will replace the internet access through desktops and laptops in a big way. In keeping with this trend, most of the e-commerce portals are making mobile-friendly websites and applications. Some of the e-commerce portals are planning to fully replace their desktop-friendly websites with either mobile-friendly sites or applications. Myntra is a good example, as it is planning to have application-only platform. It is planning to shut down the desktop version of its website. One of the reports states that Myntra pulls in about 80% of its traffic and 60% of sales through its mobile application. it is certain that many other e-commerce portals would follow the trend. Now, a market exists also for goods that are not directly used by the consumer. For example, the fertilizers used by the farmers are purchased by him from a shop in the city. The shopkeeper in turn buys them from factories. The products used in manufacturing and assembling a car, like the engine, petrol tanks, etc., are also bought and sold in different markets. Hence, a chain of markets exists for all the goods, whether directly used by the consumer or not. But we are aware only about the final product and its market. Now, the next topic is markets and equality. Since markets are a platform for buying and selling, more demands for goods and hence more sales would boost the production and the opportunities for people to earn. The characteristics of seller and buyers of a small shop and big malls are sellers. There is a difference between the small shop owners we see in the weekly market and the ones in a big shopping complex. The farmer is a small trader with little money, whereas the latter is very rich and can spend a huge amount of money to set up the shop. The difference in their earning is also substantial. And the next is buyers. The buyers of the weekly market cannot afford even the cheapest of goods, whereas the buyers visiting the malls are able to afford the branded goods and other luxury items on sale there. So students, here we have completed our all topics. So with this, have a nice day. Thank you.